All right, Shalom, Akim. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Bashem Karkodash. Barakatham. To you, Akim. Salaki. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Karkodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Barakatham to you, Akim. You fellow worshipers. I had did a video earlier. Let me go to it. All right. Dr. Doom predicts collapse, right? So you can watch it, get into it. Yeah, and check this out. This is what Babylon is saying, right? Janet Yellen has tried to head off an economic report that may confirm the American economy is contracting. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has denied that the American economy is in a recession, even though a report this week may confirm it by the most common definition, saying the nation is instead going through necessary and appropriate slowdown. All right. It says Yellen defended President Joe Biden's economic policies in the NBC News interview on Sunday, arguing that a negative GDP report won't mean the world's largest economy is in recession, but it is. More importantly, it's in debt. All right. The report is scheduled to be released on Thursday and following the first quarter contraction at the annual rate of 1.6. The latest data may confirm that the economy is shrinking. 2 straight quarters of economic contraction is typically viewed as a recession. Yellen acknowledged, but she tried to reframe how the trend would be defined. We could see that happen, and that will closely be watched. But I do not want to emphasize what a recession really means is a broad-based contraction in the economy, she told host Chuck Todd. Even if the numbers is negative, we are not in a recession now. I will warn that we should not be characterizing that as a recession. So here's the funny thing. Oh yeah, the numbers is negative. That's like, oh yeah, you're HIV positive, but you don't have AIDS. What? None of it makes sense. All right, 2 quarters back to back is negative. It is what it is. If you're an accountant, if you know anything about being in the red, projections, things of that nature, it's a recession. There's no other term you could put on it. But this is Babylon at its finest. They're denying the facts. Yellen, who was chaired as a U.S. Federal Bank Reserve until President Trump declined to appoint her for a second term in 2017, argued that because of strong job growth and other favorable data points, right? It's data. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Doesn't mean it will happen. All right. But numbers are numbers at the end of the day. You have to go based off the numbers that you get. And like we say, numbers don't lie. All right. It says, however, Todd pointed out, unemployment plays Slovakia. However, Todd pointed out that unemployment claims are rising and business activity is slowing, which he suggested might be the signs of a coming recession. And this is something I know. A lot of people don't want to work. They've become lazy over the past 2 years. All right. And not only that, you couple that in with a pandemic or when fall hits and people start to get the sniffles and nobody knows if it's the 19 or a regular cold, shit is going to slow down again. All right. So if we go negative all 4 quarters, it's a recession, man. All right. The Treasury Secretary acknowledged that the inflation is way too high is at its highest rate in more than 40 years, in fact. But she expressed confidence that the actions by the Federal Reserve and Biden's policy will bring prices under control. I'm not saying that we are will definitely, and this that double tongue. This is that fork tongue talk that Satan loves to speak. I'm not saying that we will definitely avoid a recession, but then she says we're not in one, right? But I think there are paths to keep the labor market strong and bring inflation down, she said. Yellen said the Russian-Ukraine conflict could push oil prices even higher. She added that she's working with U.S. allies to cap the prices that Russia has paid for oil. But until the next round of the EU sanctions goes in effect in December, Moscow could take some of its supplies off market. The U.S. is seeing a slow economic growth, a slowing economic growth, and will likely experience weaker job creations in the months added. But I do not think that it's a recession, she insisted. A recession is broad-based weakness in the economy. We're not seeing that now, and I absolutely don't think that's necessarily. But then she goes and say, I'm not saying we would definitely avoid a recession. First was. Yeah, that's a double tongue, man. What was the scripture I was looking for? Here we go. Healed. Jeremiah 59:9. For we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches into the heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So all these other nations are fleeing America. Hey, this is the merchant city, but now they see that this place is in a recession. The labor market is low, which means if people ain't working, they don't have money to spend. If you don't have money to spend, you can't buy shit at the stores, which makes these companies profit. So they basically ran America dry. America can be healed, but that's not prophesied. All right, the elites have enough money to make this place good again, or so-called good again. If you understand what I'm saying. And that's the whole thing, how stupid Esau is. You had a man in office speaking on making America great again, as far as bringing the companies back, bring more labor to America, stop outsourcing, right? In any kingdom, that's a great idea. But you Edomites are so pinned up against each other, you're causing your own downfall. All right, like I say, Satan divided against Satan, the house would not stand at all. And that's what we're seeing. All right? In each fucking captivity or reign of nations, Esau has always been divided. As the Greeks, Romans, and especially now, man. All right? Especially now. And it's over with. This, man, like I said, this economy is over with, man. And so with that is just something I want to tap into real quick. Just keeping my eye on this economy and things of that nature, which we all should be watching. Salakia on the delay of videos and just, backlogging, making sure I'm on point. But yeah, these reports are getting good, man. All right. So with that, I'm saying all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the other apostles, great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abba.